Oh, I'm wonky as well. My minion glasses.
Yeah, you are.
My ears are very uneven though. It's not my fault. That's mum's. That's mum's fault actually, isn't it?
It is.
I think the mask wearing made it worse. Are you live?
Okay, I'm live. Well, checking connection. Hi.
Hi everyone. I say
there
everyone.
We go. We're live.
We're live. Right. So let me reverse the camera.
Reversing.
Right. There you go.
Thanks so much.
Okay. So.
Look at this.
Angela, I don't know if you've ever done anything live before, but it takes a couple of minutes for people to sort of join you. So
It does indeed.
I shall just waffle for a moment. Oops. And wedged
We're getting ready for our BBL live.
Yes,
Does that mean
we
Brazilian
are.
butt lift?
Well, Angela,
No, I'm in the wrong
place.
Yeah.
Did I not mention that was part of it? Right. So, I will just start talking because people watch this back and they don't want it to
Abby,
be watching it
loving the
ages.
hair, Jade.
Who's that?
Abby.
Thanks, Abby. It's not about me. But you're about
people
the
looking
compliments. Yes. What about Angela's look?
Yeah, what
Lady
about...
chic? Fish and chips. She said.
Hi,
So,
Jade.
Just to explain to those of you who are joining us now or watching later,
Hi,
we
Jade.
are doing live BBL treatment, so that's Broad Band Light,
Not Brazilian butt lift.
And Angela is our lovely model, and what we're targeting on Angela in particular today is pigmentation. So I have actually done, or started, half of Angela's face, and I'll explain why as we go.
The darkening.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna treat the other half and finish up everything else while we're live. So we can talk you through it all. So Nathan's gonna ask me questions.
I've got a list of questions I put out on the story earlier, and lots of you have sent anonymous messages. So that's fun. Yeah, anonymous.
Oh, very covert.
I know. So, do you want me to start, Jade?
Yeah, or we could just really, I suppose it might help starting with saying what the hell it is.
Oh yeah, go for it. What is it, Jade?
Might actually be a good place to start.
What on earth is it?
Well, it's a laser treatment, so which, let's not assume that people know this. We'll
No.
start right from the very beginning.
Yeah. There's the machine right there.
Let me just tuck your eye back in, Angela. Well, there's a little bit of lashes.
Tuck your eye in. That sounds horrible.
I definitely don't want any eye exposure with the laser treatment too. Hence these fabulous minion
I know, aren't they great?
Because you're making me laugh.
Oh, well, that's okay, isn't it? We can cope with that.
Yeah, they're really sexy glasses.
So, BBL, it stands for Broad Band Light, as opposed to IPL,
Hi,
which is
Angela.
what we had before, which is intense pulse light. They are both laser treatments and they are in the same family, but BBL is essentially a more advanced technology. It gets you better results, much more quickly, more efficiently. It covers a broader spectrum of light, which won't mean anything unless you're a bit geeky.
Yeah,
To
unless
you,
you're
it
into
means
science.
Better results.
Yes. That's all we want, it's better results.
Okay, so with the BBL treatment, I tend to go over the whole face because there's really not much point just picking out little bits here and there, because you're going to get whole face stimulation and skin rejuvenation. Whole face stimulation? Whole face collagen stimulation.
Stimulation?
That is the key word there, Angela. Whole face stimulation.
Well, it sounded good.
Easy for you to say.
Wow, that's not something I'd be putting on a marketing pitch anytime soon.
Why not?
Collagen stimulation and skin rejuvenation. Okay, so
Love
we do
that.
the whole face, and one of the nice things about BBL for me particularly is that instead of different hand pieces, because it targets browns and it targets reds in the skin.
This is a big one.
We have these little gadgets here.
Look at those.
These little tiny filters,
They're so thin.
and each filter, it has a different number, won't mean anything to you, will target something different in the skin. So for me, that means I can do a much better job much more quickly.
Yeah.
And for you, it means the whole process is over far more speedily, if that's even a word.
Speedily.
And because it is quicker for you to have, it generally means that you can tolerate more, so we can increase a little bit of the power that goes into the skin, which in turn means better results. Okay?
That's what we love.
So I'm going to get going, because poor Angela's just lying here waiting to know
Yeah.
when she's going to be attacked.
A bit like a corpse.
Yeah, I mean, you look like a blooming lovely corpse. I've not seen many corpses that look this good. So if that helps, Angela.
Thanks.
So I'm going to tilt your head slightly to the right. Now the first, a little bit more.
Actually, I'm going to come around this way.
Yeah, it might be better. The first couple of passes around the skin we do on something called the hero mode. And what does hero stand for, Nathan?
It stands for high energy rapid output.
I don't know.
I remembered that from the first
I
session.
still don't retain that, but I say it's the speed mode.
This is the speed
okay?
mode, yeah.
So you'll see how quick this is now. Okay, you ready, Angela?
Yep.
So I'm not. I haven't pressed start. On.
Press start.
You
Yeah.
ready, Jade?
Turn the machine
Yes,
on.
you are. Okay.
Look at that.
So
I love the speed of this.
that is one pass.
One
on.
pass.
Almost half of Angela's face done. Okay.
How
So
did
you-
it feel, Angela?
Absolutely fine.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Now, laser in itself, if you're anything like me, you can be a bit jumpy because as you can see, bright flashes, hence we've got Angela's eyes covered and mine, and you will feel a little bit of warmth, but nothing too uncomfortable. Would you say that's fair, Angela?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you, it's just the fear of the unknown. In
Yeah,
the first little
definitely.
pass, then you realise
Yeah.
it's really.
So Angela's being extra
Very
brave
good.
because she's actually a laser virgin.
I
So
am.
she's going through this
Well, I
the
was.
first time, and I said, if you scream,
Yeah, it's like you can't see behind the
I will
camera.
be
She's chained.
very upset. We've got the gag at the ready.
Yeah.
Just in case. So she's behaving herself at the moment. So.
Oh, I love
No,
it.
I'm not under. I'm not here under duress. It's absolutely fine.
Good.
She can feel the knife sticking in her power.
Yeah.
So, just back to
love
the
it.
serious bit. The first pass that you just saw me do is to essentially start the process of the pigmentation in Angela's skin coming to the surface. Because what we're looking for when we're dealing with brown marks, whether that's sun damage, freckles, not so much melasma because that's a different treatment, but pigmentation as a whole, we actually want it to look worse before it looks better, because we want the areas that are brown now to get much darker, because that shows the pigment has come to the surface, and then it will take somewhere between 5 and 7 days on average to just gently flake away, and it will take that pigmentation with it. So this first pass just starts that process, and it also stimulates some collagen. And the second pass is to start to target reds in the skin. Now most people have a bit of each, but they'll have one that is their primary concern. So for Angela today, we're mostly focusing on pigmentation.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So it will look like the same thing to you, but I've changed the filter in the end, so it's targeting something different in the skin. Ready?
Yep.
Let's get those wispy hairs out of the way. And a scale of 1 to 10, Angela, 10 being I've chopped your leg off excruciating. What sort of level of pain would you say this is?
Oh. Below 5, 3 or 4.
Love that.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely
No
fine.
leg amputation.
No.
I hope not. I can't see what
No.
else you're doing.
That's up next.
That's next, yeah.
Tune in.
The second part of BBL.
So then I have already done one of the passes over Angela's mid-face, so we're going to follow up with the second one so you can see. So
Yeah.
put your head back to the middle for me. As you can see, we use gel on the skin as well, which does get a little bit messy, but that is just to protect the surface of your skin from overheating, and it also helps me glide better.
When I had this done, I think the gel is the worst part of the treatment because
It
it's
is
just
not very
everywhere.
It is quite cold.
It's
Yeah.
cold and a bit messy. Let me slow that down a little bit so you can
So
see.
we've got Julie has said, love the look, Jade, aka my mum.
Okay, what?
My mum, Julie.
Oh,
No,
I'm
you're
with
not
you.
my mum.
I was thinking, why am I someone's mum? Because they've got minion goggles.
You're
on.
not my mum. And then Lisa has said, this treatment is fab. I had it done about a year ago with Jade and the results were amazing.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. I'm going to go down your nose, Angela. So
That's
what
where I
other
get my
questions have we
Yes,
had?
let me get my questions. So, the top one was, how much is the treatment?
Oh, is that the top one?
That was the top
That's not
one.
the interesting
I know,
bit.
yeah, people want to know.
So it's $450, and that is for a single treatment. And we do recommend that you have a course of 3,
Love that,
depending
'cause
on
that
what you're
was
trying to
nice.
achieve, basically.
Yeah.
Stretch your top lip again for me.
But obviously,
Lovely.
the more you have, the better the results.
So one question you said, Nathan, put your head over to the side, lovely, was I think someone asked, can they just have one?
They can, that was the next question.
Well, I beat you to it.
There you go.
The short answer is yes. We don't force anyone to have
Mhm.
any number of things. And yes, you will get a noticeable, visible difference in one treatment. However, and this is a big caveat, it depends on your starting point, on what you're trying to target and what you're trying to achieve. So, for example, if someone has loads of broken capillaries, one session is going to be a game changer for them, but it's not going to get rid of all of them because your skin doesn't get to where it's at today, overnight.
Yeah.
Okay. And so Angela, for example, has got some patches of sun damage. This is going to make a huge difference to that, but it's not necessarily going to eradicate all of it. So we do suggest a course of 3 because we like to be realistic with people in terms of outcomes. There's no hard and fast rules. So let's say Angela, after today, is over the moon with her results. She doesn't have to have any more. It's a case of what you're, stop when you're happy, essentially. Okay?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
We've got this woman that's joined called Ali Graham Gage. You ever heard of her?
Oh, she's trouble, that
You
one.
ever heard of her?
Riff raff.
Right,
Is she meant to be working?
Yeah, I know. Go on, do some injecting.
You're right, Angela. Yeah.
Right, so the next question, which I think is quite a good one, is what is the difference about BBL compared to the old laser we used to have?
That is a great question, and I explained a little bit about that when we started, but just to touch base and recap, it basically BBL is better. Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm going to say that because we've spent a lot of money.
Yeah, we have on this.
But the pros and cons, I would say, is BBL is a lot quicker, as you've just seen, that hero mode. So that does mean that we can get more done. We can cover larger surface areas. So we're using this a lot for necks and décolletés, chests, backs, body areas as well. We can treat extremely quickly. Because it's very quick, we can up the ante a little bit and get you better results because you can tolerate it a lot more. BBL is better for collagen stimulation as well. So while they both target reds and browns, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely loved our old laser and I've got some fantastic results for many, many years. I personally, I do favour this one now. It's a better bit of kit.
Yeah.
Gets you better results in less sessions. Okay.
Exactly.
So does that help clear that up?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
We just had a question come in. Will the pigmentation return gradually?
That's a good question.
Very good question.
Yeah, so it depends on the cause of the pigmentation. So if we're dealing with something like melasma, which is usually hormone caused, that is not, we're not going to cure that. That is all about management. We can get rid of it, but it will come back if you don't do things to stop your sun exposure, use the right topical ingredients. Melasma is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, that's the
This
tricky
kind of
one.
pigmentation, once you've got rid of it, you will have a long, long time with clearance. There's no saying that the same pigment is going to come back in the same place. For some people, if they do have, for example, very prominent sunspot, they will notice that maybe over a period of 3-4 years down the line, that will start to show through a little bit again. So everything in life really requires a degree of maintenance, but I would say with this, it's extremely effective and it is a very long-term solution. Does that help?
Yep, sounds brilliant.
I feel like a right pleb in these glasses. I'm trying to talk seriously.
No, it's
I
great.
look like a minion.
I'm thinking of the memes that have come out of
Not
this.
me.
Angela,
I'm not looking my best.
I mean, no, you probably look better in life, but next to me,
You look great.
it's nothing.
Matt's asked, can he share the link? Of course you can,
Yeah,
Matt. Go for it.
Right,
Right.
so just to recap where we're at now. So this treatment in itself, if we were not waffling like we are, poor Angela's doing very
I know,
patient.
bless you.
This
I'm
was,
nodding off now.
Matt said
Matt said the glasses look badass.
Thanks, Matt. He would say that. He sold us the link.
Yeah.
So we have done the first 2 speed passes, if you like. So we have started the process of getting that pigment to the surface. We've started to break down some of those vessels that are deeper in the skin, and we have started to get your cells moving and shaking and making new collagen and elastin. The third element is where we really hone in on the main concern. So as I said earlier, for Angela, that's pigmentation.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm really going to focus on today. For other people, it might be redness in the skin. They might have rosacea. They might have some broken capillaries. For a big chunk of people, it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a perfectionist, so if I see both as getting tackled, I'm afraid.
Oh, she goes for it, that's for sure.
You ain't gonna say it.
No. Talking about rosacea, Julie has just said, is it a good treatment for rosacea?
It's a really great treatment. I have rosacea,
Yeah.
as I've said to you all, and for me, this has been a game changer. It's a little bit more sensitive if I have treatment on my cheeks, if I'm having a flare-up. Manageable, but a bit more sensitive. But I really, really find it manages my rosacea better than anything else I've tried so far.
Great.
So yes, there's lots of different subtypes of rosacea, so some will be better and more appropriately treated with laser than others, but obviously we assess that in a consultation.
Yeah.
Okay?
Perfect. Matt, I think if you press the 3 dots in the corner, it comes up with a share.
So Angela, this
You should be able to do it that way.
task can be a little bit more prickly, I'm going to say. Zappy. We're using words that are probably not appropriate for a live video. But, you know.
Zappy sounds alright.
Zappy sounds good,
I
yeah.
don't like the sound of prickly.
Okay, zappy. It's zappy.
We'll do zappy.
So these can just be a little bit more sensitive, but again, really quick still, so you will be fine. But if you need me to stop at any point, you just say. I'll just do 2, maybe 3 maximum at a time, and we're just going to cover that cheek area that is your main bugbear. Okay? So if you can show here, Nathan.
I'm coming round.
Yeah, go for it. On Angela's cheeks here,
Yeah.
her pigmentation, just from that first couple of passes, has already started to darken up
You
beautifully.
see that? That looks so good.
The freckles that were already there, but they weren't that brown to start with. So this is a really lovely response.
Yeah,
and
we
it's
want to
just
see
gonna
this,
show
don't
that
we?
we're going to get, Angela's going to get a great outcome.
Great.
So this next pass is just to really finish off what we started. Okay? You ready?
Yeah.
Manageable?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to whiz through and do a few of those.
Yeah, I will get another question for you. So what's the downtime on this?
That's a great question. You managing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm answering questions, not forgetting you are my
Yeah,
main
you are.
focus. Okay. So downtime with BBL. So the things that we expect, as I said, darkening of pigmentation. That's good. The darker the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Vessels, they will either disappear on the day, which is very satisfying, or they can also go a little bit darker if they're bigger, and they will be gotten rid of internally by your lymphatic system over the period of about a week. The main thing I'd say I warn everybody about this to expect, although it's not everybody will get it, but if you do, it's very normal. Head over to the other side of me, Angela. Is swelling. Now we are essentially injuring the skin, okay, right now, in a controlled manner.
Yeah.
So when the skin is injured, obviously the first thing it wants to do is repair itself. You're right.
Right.
Can you
It's
rejigging?
Just felt like me. It's me eye.
Your eye falling
You're
out.
in. You're in. Don't worry. Yeah. So that your skin wants to repair itself, and in doing so, it sends loads of lymphatic fluid to the area that's been injured, which is full of white blood cells. But that fluid retention is what causes swelling. So you will find that if you're going to be swollen or a bit puffy, it will be the first thing in the morning the next day, and it will last for a couple of days. Some people it's barely noticeable, other people it is quite visible, so we always prepare you for the worst.
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't happen, happy days. If it does, you're not scared or alarmed, okay?
Love
Because it's
that.
the normal part of the process.
So Angela's
That's it, really.
Angela said, can this be used on facial veins? That's exactly
Yes.
what I had done.
Yes, and yes.
Yes, brilliant.
You ready, Angela?
Yeah.
It's fantastic. For
It's
that,
so
Angela.
good.
Okay.
I had some very prominent veins on my nose that have taken a few goes, but they are slowly going now, so that's great.
Yeah, Nathan, why don't you show them the picture of the lady under the clocks that shows the feeder vessel as
Oh,
to
yeah.
why. Over on the left.
And this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
So, I don't know if you can hear me from back there, but vessels around the nose and the mid-face are notoriously stubborn because of the big vessel, zoom in for me, that's it,
Look
well
at
done,
those.
that runs up the side of each side of your nose. So that's what we call a feeder vessel, and it's like the tree trunk, and we're only treating the branches and the twigs. So depending on how prominent and strong that tree trunk, the feeder vessel is, will depend on how quickly your vessels respond and how long they stay gone for.
Yeah.
Okay? So vessels, whilst they respond beautifully most of the time, they can really need those repeat
A few treatments.
to get them to stay gone because they're stubborn little buggers. And
Our-
that's technical lingo.
Our lovely Vicky's here. She
Vicky.
loves our laser.
I should hope so too.
Yeah.
How you doing, Angela?
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah?
I love the
Okay.
sound.
I don't know if anyone can hear it.
I hope
over
they
it.
can hear
It
it.
sounds like a duck.
It does. It's like quite.
But it sounds like it would be sweeter sensation than what it is.
Yeah.
But a duck with sharp teeth.
Yeah.
Go back to the middle for me. Lovely. Let's do your nose.
So another question that's come in is, who can have this treatment?
Well, anyone with skin really.
Yeah.
So there are obviously always going to be some contraindications to these treatments. So if anybody is on things that are going to thin their skin like steroids, this is a no-no. If you have a tan, this is a no-no. So we never ever treat anybody with this type of laser with acne. active tan. We can with Moxie, our other gadget, which is exciting because
Yeah.
we didn't have that option until
No.
when did we get the laser?
Was
A
it
while
last August?
Yeah.
Was it?
So there's an option all year round now, but this particular laser tan is a no-no, and that's because when you have a tan, your skin has produced extra melanin, so the pigment, across the board, and the chances are that the laser can target the melanin that we don't really want it to, heat things up too much, and then you'll get the risk of an adverse effect like a blister or a burn in worst case.
We don't want that.
We definitely don't want that.
No.
So those are the sorts of reasons that you can't. Obviously, you can't have anything really done here if you're pregnant. Breastfeeding is a bit of a no-no as well. But we have treated clients on blood thinners. So we've got some clients with quite an extensive medical list, and so long as you're not on a medication that makes you light sensitive, which is something we'd establish for you, obviously, most people can have this.
Amazing.
It's actually a great treatment for everyone because even if you don't have visible pigmentation or redness, it's a great all-over anti-aging treatment.
Yeah, the forever young element of it is great.
Yeah, even if you're sort of 20s, 30s and you're looking to preserve things, it's a fantastic option for that. Some of us, the ship has sailed, but it's never too late.
Never too late.
And can I just confirm, in case my husband is watching, I don't think he is, but if he watches it later, that I am not pregnant. I just put on a little bit of weight.
I didn't know where you were going with that, Angela. Good news.
Good news. Yeah, woo! Michelle says, strong look, can I get a pair of your glasses? I just want to point out that the glasses self-blink.
They do.
That's the cool thing about them.
They are linked via Bluetooth.
To this.
Oh, you won't even see.
No.
I was actually just changing the setting.
But,
God,
yeah.
all I got was a hair there.
And some archaic looking blackout goggles.
Like bags of spoons or
So,
something.
although Jade looks ridiculous, they're pretty cool. So, which one do I need for thread veins and melasma?
Oh, well, that's a real tricky combo because you actually, unfortunately, whoever you are, you need both.
That's Michelle.
So, Michelle, do we know Michelle?
Michelle Holly?
Oh, hey, Michelle. Oh, well, she's not going to like me for that. You need both because this one, we can't treat melasma, but it will do the reds, it will do the thread veins. The other one treats melasma, but it doesn't treat reds. So, unfortunately for you, Michelle, you're going to have both.
You're going to have to go on
I would say that is fortunate because the combination of these two treatments is amazing. Moxie, and we're not going down this road too much because I'll bore people into tears. We've got Moxie's for resurfacing, retexturing, fine lines and pores, and is incredible for treating melasma. So that's also one for everybody. And you can do one after the other, which basically ticks every box known to man and really does give you like the creme de la creme.
It does. You have like that whole filter look, don't you, in real life, and I love that. So Lisa has just said, what's melasma again?
Melasma is still pigmentation. It's just usually caused by hormones, so either pregnancy or the contraceptive pill. Not always, sometimes it can be caused by sort of environmental factors, but it is very, very difficult to treat. A lot of things that you can offer, we offer for other skin problems make melasma worse.
It's a very stubborn one, isn't it?
Yeah,
melasma.
And it is, do you want the light? So
No, I'm all good. We can see it really well on her.
Stretch your top lip for me, Angela. So it's, sorry.
Oh, yeah, top lip.
Top lip sensitive.
Yep, bit jumpy.
Sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry.
Keep it real, Angela.
Yeah.
Do it again though.
Do it again though, and we'll gag you.
So sorry. Right, I am coming the other side though, so we are going to do it again. You can jump if you like. I'll let you.
I don't think you can help yourself on this bit.
No, it's top lips and noses. They're always, you know what it's like if you get a spot in those areas.
Yeah, horrid.
Right, so
It's actually fine. It's just, I think
it's just jumpy, isn't it?
Yeah, when you first one, you sort of just you're not ready.
Well, it's more jumping for you, Angela, because I'm being so stop-starty. If this is a treatment,
it'll be a lot quicker.
And we just whiz through and get it done. But poor Angela doesn't know when the next nap is coming.
Oh, it's the...
Yeah, that's part of your goggles. Don't worry about that.
There's something come
What
off.
is this?
Oh, funny.
Right. So, I'm just going to do, so the last part of any BBL treatment, we have different size aiming beams, I'm going to call them. That's
Yeah,
more technical.
I like that.
And it allows us to really hone in on specific areas that maybe are a bit more stubborn, they need a bit more work, but without overheating other areas of the skin. So it's just a bit of finessing, and I am a perfectionist, so I'm going to do a little bit while we're on camera, and then we're going to end and I'm going to just finish up.
Sounds good.
Now, one of the things, other than the hiccup I was just caught in the middle of, one of the other things with BBL, which I have not mentioned, which is extremely exciting, is the studies. I'm going to put that easier. The studies that have been carried out by the old Americans, because this is an American
The
machine.
old Americans.
The old Americans. I was going to say Yanks, but it's probably offensive, isn't
Well,
it?
you just said it now.
Whatever. In the US of A, they because this company has been around over 25 years, so they've had a lot of time to do lots of research and studies into the efficacy of these treatments. And they did do one where I think they did it over a period of 10 years, and they had a group of people and they biopsied these crazy people that said, sure, take a piece of my skin.
Take a chunk of me.
I hope they were paid handsomely.
Oh, I hope they were.
And these people had an initial course of BBLs, and then they had, so let's say 3, then they had 1 to 2 every year for maintenance. Now, they found that the aging process of these people's skin cells after 10 years had reversed. So they have an actual white paper, scientifically backed study that shows that this is anti-aging. And it's backed up by science.
It's one of the only treatments that is anti-aging,
that you can actually prove that.
Yeah.
If anyone wants the paper and you're a geek.
Yeah, we'll send it to you.
But yeah, so the people that were 10 years older, but their skin cells were younger than when they started. Okay.
That's insane.
Not like reverse completely. We're not Benjamin Button.
No, that's me.
But that's Nathan since he started working here.
Yeah.
But it had actually reversed some of the damage that happens to the cells as we age, which is really exciting. So it's not just the browns and reds, it's just all over anti-aging.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So I think that's probably enough.
Yeah, I think so. Lisa's just said, that's it, I'm booking in again.
Good.
Amazing.
I don't know which Lisa it is.
Lisa Rowe.
Oh,
yeah.
Lisa.
Lisa. I know. So that'd be lovely to see you again.
Absolutely, yeah, because Lisa had, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that actually, but I'm going to keep quiet. Lisa likes laser. We all like laser.
Lisa likes laser.
Yeah, who doesn't? Anyway, I'm going to
we'll end it there.
So I can not drag this out any longer.
Thank you so much for all joining in and asking questions though. That was great.
I hope it's been helpful, but if you have any questions, if you're watching this back that I haven't covered, because I'm sure there'll be something, then do let us know. Actually, Nathan, just as a last thing, if you want to pan around to Angela's Visio scan, the other thing that we do when we're doing these treatments, sorry Angela, is, excuse me, I've got a dry throat now, is something.
So we scan. We scan on the Visio scanner so that we can see all your reds, pigmentation.
You can see what lurks beneath, and then when you've had treatments, we re-scan you, and that's where we get our fabulous before and after pictures from, because it shows so much that even the eye can't see. So yeah, this is Angela's starting point, and we'll get her back, and if she gives us permission, no pressure Angela, we'll share the after ones too.
Please.
Well, the after's going to look a lot better.
It will be incredible. It's so cool.
Okay, so
right.
That's it.
Oh, Flo, you can watch it back on catch up. But thanks for joining.
Bye everyone.
See you later, everyone. Thank you.